Anthony Stolarz continues to stand tall as the Maple Leafs rattle off a third straight win. Hey everyone, welcome to Inside the Leafs. Rob Wong joined alongside by Toronto Sun Maple Leafs writers Lance Hornby and Terry Koshan. And guys, a lot of things going right for the Maple Leafs at this moment. The defense has been strong. The power play even got on the board on Wednesday, and the goaltending, of course, has been sensational so far, led by Anthony Stolarz and his .940 save percentage. Lance, do you think that the Joseph Wall injury is hindering him at all from the sense that maybe Stolarz has done enough to wrestle away the number one job, or will we still see an even split when Wall is able to return?
Well, taking into account, guys, that it is still early October and who knows what can happen down the road, you have to be impressed with Stolarz for many reasons. One is that he doesn't seem to have that self-destruct button that the last few starters have had, be that physical, be that mental. He's big, obviously. He's got in good communication with the defense. He's happy in his new home. He's happy to have a chance to start. And, he was very humble going into camp. He was ready to share the load with Joseph Wall, ready to help him if needed. But he made no secret of the fact that if given the chance to run with it, he was ready. And he's waited his whole career for something like this. And as I said, thus far, he's not showing that sudden exposure to injuries or unexplained mental issues. So long season, but good sign so far from him.
I don't think he's taken the job from Joseph Wall, to get to your question, Rob. I just think that, they still have the confidence of Wall when he plays. And, Stolarz has been great. But, and the number one job, with the Maple Leafs, you'll kind of wonder what that would entail anyway. We're not talking about a 60-20 split here, right? No matter who that guy might be. You're still talking to something about closer to, a meeting in the middle, if you will, and nearly the same amount of games started, maybe a bit more in Wool's side. Originally, they'd been thinking before he got hurt, but I still think it's up for grabs, whatever you want to call it. Stolarz has done what you expected him to do, or what they wanted him for. If there was going to be an injury, to come in and play well. It just happens to be right at the start of the season. So, I'm not ready to say that he's got that job sewn up yet. Could that happen? Potentially, I guess. But, the fact of the matter is when Wool's been in there, he has been good. It's just a matter of getting him in there.
So far so good for the Maple Leafs when it comes to their free agent signing with Anthony Stolarz. Outside of the goaltending, Terry, is there a player or an aspect of this team that's really impressing you right now during this 3-game win streak?
Well, they just go to the season as a whole in 4 games. They've allowed 7 goals. And, for the most part, the 5-on-5 play other than last night has been really quite good. And I think just their ability to adapt as quickly as they have to what Berube wants. I was thinking about this earlier in the morning, guys. Berube comes in. There's no history really with any of these guys. And it really is a clean slate that way. And you kind of wonder, okay, well, how's that going to go? We're talking about a group here that was so accustomed to one person in Sheldon Keefe and the way that he went about doing things. He knew them better than anybody. A lot of these young guys, because he had them for so long. And how was that initial transition going to happen? Well, it's gone quite well. And you're looking at this saying, okay, 3-1 after 4 games. The 1-0 loss in Montreal. They were a good hockey team that night. Of course, we know what happened with Samuel Montembeault. With a little bit of puck luck, they're 4-0 right now. So I just think that quick adaptation to what Berube wants, and the results coming now right away, I think is pretty impressive to me in the early going.
I wouldn't say I'm totally shocked by that. We are talking about a team that had 3 100-point seasons coming in, so I think they are accustomed certainly to regular season success. Obviously, the proof will be in the pudding come playoff time. What impresses me most is really, to Terry's point about the low goals against. That comes with a very good penalty kill that has been quite effective. It's been and a microcosm of that has been Steven Lorentz being added to it. Not that he's been the primary forward killing them, but Lane Lambert has come in. He's used a lot of different people, as Sheldon Keefe did, but they have a great mix, I think, of the new guys, of using Matthews and Marner, which Sheldon Keefe started doing last year. So I would say certainly the penalty killing. I hesitate to say special teams as a whole, because we all know the problems on power play. They finally got through last night, but that's what's been big, and I think that's what's contributed to the low goals against so far.
The one thing I would add to that too, as far as the 100 points go, you're already seeing a difference on how they're getting them, right? they are going to be a harder team to play against. The forecheck and everything that they're doing, and Lance mentioned Steven Lorenzo, what he's able to do with his size. I think this is a hell of an opportunity for Bobby McMahon to thrive under Craig Berube. It's exactly the way he wants it. Berube said last night, this guy's a power forward, go do it. We saw what happened last night when Bobby McMahon goes to the net. Of course, if you're playing with a guy like Willie Nylander, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to go to the net, quite frankly. The puck's going to wind up there at some point. But he does, and he scores a nice goal and two. So I think those guys can really thrive in this new look Leafs. And again, it's early and all that, but I think you have to be encouraged by these signs in the first week here.
Well, I'll pop in quick on Terry's point about that's the way they want to win these games. That's what Sheldon Keefe wanted last year. At the start of the year, he was talking about winning the tougher games, about that would be the difference. And maybe Craig Berube with these new guys comes in and is the beneficiary of that.
Yeah, new year, new Leafs so far. We'll see if they can keep it rolling on Saturday night against the New York Rangers. As always, leave your thoughts in the comments section below. For Lance Hornby and Terry Koshan, I'm Rob Wong. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you next time.